take this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He'll do it himself. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Commodores moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The give on the option. Got the first down and more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counter punch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, could we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for him. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on.
And the Commodores line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. He leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. They want to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Hawkins. Pulls it in, it's Durant. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Makes the grab past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Quick spin on the run. Makes it past the marker. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Bringing it back. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. So take the touchdown off the board. What a devastating penalty. Pass interference, waving off the pick six. There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Might as well give it to him again. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Going right to work up top. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Commodores headed quickly to the line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple of possessions.
He lets one fly deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Powers through the defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this.
Wide open spaces. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Toppins. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead.
Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score and a Week 6 Bucs victory is in the offing, it appears. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Banks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wants to go up top on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Toppins. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Did the work himself. Gashing the knee on the right. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
It's so difficult when you're running a pass play, but really it becomes a run because he can do that. The quarterback can scramble around. Receivers are running down the field. I got to cover him.
Breaks into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the route is on. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with that touchdown, I would say this one is out of reach.
It is out of reach. A lot of coaches pull their starters, start to build some of that depth, put some other guys in. But listen, keep playing, keep executing. Their job is stop you.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Toppins. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the figurative